Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet again another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I have loads to cover. As always, we have some exciting news from XRP, from Ripple, but we also have some news regarding, is it a boring time to buy? Should you buy when it's boring out there? And of course, I'm going to cover some prices of crypto. So stick around, stay ahead of the market as well by, well, I say the market, stay ahead of everyone else by subscribing to the channel and turning on post notifications. And the reason I say that is I go live every single weekday, as you all know. But if you have the post notifications on, you will get to catch this video live every single morning. Now, let's crack on and look at some of the prices today with crypto. We have seen a bit of a pump the past 24 hours, so it is quite green this morning, which is always nice to see. So first things first, obviously Bitcoin is up now at 27,800. It did kind of touch over 28,000 late last night, but it has come down slightly as the markets have opened up on Monday morning. But still up 2.5% on the day and up nearly 4% this week, which is great. Ethereum is at 1,897. Again, that was over 1,900 last night. BNB is at 314. XRP is at 48 cents, which it seems to be is a lot brewing for XRP. So that's probably why you've seen a lot of price action with that. But I will stick around and I'll cover a lot more about the XRP price. And Cardano is at 37 cents. Doge is at 0.07. Polygon, 92 cents. And then Solana at $20. So much of the market over the past week is up roughly about 5%. You've actually seen Polygon up nearly 9%, which is great. But things have come down just a little bit since last night, the usual kind of Sunday night candle closure. So we do see a bit of a pump in price, which is great, obviously, which is very, very good to see. We do have the debt ceiling news coming out very soon, which is in a couple of days. So that could be driving the prices up at the moment. There is a bit of a mixed opinion on the debt ceiling and how it will affect the market, the crypto market, obviously. We did cover a CC Pro podcast on the debt ceiling. So if you are a member of our Discord community, go check that out in the podcast section and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about, and it will also give you our opinion on the debt ceiling and what's happening on June the 1st and where we expect things to go. So if you are a member, go check that out now. And if you're not a member, you probably should be. You should become one, but you could check us out. There's a link in the description that will take you directly to our site and you can get signed up to our community. Now, moving into the news then, getting straight into the news, there's only a couple of news articles I want to cover before I move into some of the tweets that I've found that I want to share. So first things first, obviously you all know I'm a big Ethereum fan. And Ethereum, whether you like it or not, whether you love it or not, or whether you hold it or not, Ethereum holds such an important place in crypto because pretty much every token nowadays runs on ERC, which is the Ethereum network. And Ethereum is one of the big dogs. I always say when I'm investing, I like to cover myself by buying some Bitcoin, which I actually have one right here. There we go. Maybe we should do a limited run and give away some of these coins. Can you imagine that was actually a Bitcoin though? I guess it kind of defeats the purpose of Bitcoin being digital, but it would be quite cool if we had like a QR code, almost like those Frank Mueller watches where they've got a QR code on the watch and it's got a Bitcoin wallet. That'd be quite interesting to have it on there. Anyway, I'm going off track, but I always cover myself with Bitcoin and Ethereum as a kind of safety net because they are the two largest, the Ethereum being the most important, I would say, for tokens running on it. Bitcoin's network's a bit slow, that's why we don't tend to see that. Although we are seeing the kind of BRC, the new Bitcoin Ordinals network, but obviously, yeah, ERC is definitely still the chosen one. But this is interesting because we've seen another dormant Ethereum wallet reawaken after 8 years, and it moves millions of dollars worth. So it's been inactive since 2015 and has suddenly awoken after 8 years of dormancy, moving a total of 8,000 ETH in just 2 minutes. It must be nice. So the wallet received 8,000 ETH after participating in Ethereum's ICO in 2015, and it remained inactive until May 27th. On that day, its owner began with a cautionary transfer of 1 ETH to a new wallet. 1 minute later, they transferred the remaining 7,999 ETH. At the time of writing, the ETH was worth approximately 14.7 million. That's just disgusting. Yeah, that's even, there we go, look at that. Like, hasn't been touched in nearly 1,400 days. Which is mad as well, because it just goes to show you, we speak about this with the members, and we recently spoke about this, especially with the XBorg seed round, which is kind of similar to an ICO, but this guy, whoever, or this man, woman, whoever it was, AI, robot, whatever it was, that participated in the Ethereum ICO in 2015. So essentially the Ethereum seed round, very similar. I don't know how much they would have put in, not a lot, I would assume, to buy this or to participate. And at the time, they received 8,000 ETH, which I don't know if it says anything in this article. I don't know if I've seen it. There we go. Yeah, so at the time, the 8,000 ETH was purchased at a price of around 31 cents per token, which places the initial investment around $2,500. It makes me feel sick knowing that I first heard about crypto in 2013 and done nothing with it, didn't bother looking into it, nothing. And I could have, imagine I looked into crypto, here's a sad story. Imagine I looked into crypto seriously in 2013 when I had heard about it, spent 2 years looking into it, found out Ethereum was doing an ICO, and invested $2,500, which at the time I would have had in my savings account, I would assume, back in 2015. And I could have got 8,000 ETH. Anyway, it doesn't bear thinking about. But again, it just goes to show you the power of ICOs, I guess, initial coin offerings, so getting in before the kind of project launches, and seed rounds. So Deck did do a video for members last week covering the importance of seed rounds and trying to explain a little bit more about seed rounds. Now, if you still don't quite understand seed rounds, or you're still a bit of a crypto novice, and don't get me wrong, there is so much to learn in crypto, so I don't kind of assume that anyone's a pro in crypto. Bear in mind, we do have a full one-to-one mentorship coming very, very soon. So that will dive into how you could potentially get involved in something like the Ethereum ICO by teaching you the ways of ICOs in general, but also crypto, how it works from the ground up. Literally from the ground zero of crypto, we teach you the kind of ways. And we also explain seed rounds, how to get seed rounds, the benefits of them, how we have made money from seed rounds, and how we were able to get involved in those seed rounds. So yeah, stick around for that if you are a member, and if you're a viewer of this channel, stick around. That will be coming out very, very soon. More news on the mentorship. But the reason I'm saying that and showing you this article is because, like I said, the power of ICOs and investing early in projects. This person potentially, they haven't touched a wallet for 8 years. Surely if you knew you had this wallet, or you had access to this wallet or whatever, you would have taken it out in 2021 when Ethereum was like $4,000, and it would have been worth $30 million. So I assume that the person has maybe, forgot their login details, or forgot they had it or something. I don't know. But to awaken the account after 8 years, especially if it's an account from the ICO period, yeah, it sounds like they forgot about it. Can you imagine if you knew you had 8,000 ETH and you managed to find the wallet address? Insane. Absolutely insane. So fair play to whoever it was that done it. I wish it was me. But yeah, anyway, Very interesting to see. I don't know what they'll do with it. Can't imagine they'll sell it now. Maybe they'll sell a couple thousand just to cash in, make a few mil, and then wait for the other bull market to come in the next 12 months, and then cash out even more money. Must be nice. Right, moving on to, I guess this is kind of a hot topic. Now, obviously this is US-based news, but the hot topic being that there's now 7 presidential candidates have dropped clues about their crypto stance. Now, it's interesting because obviously Joe Biden spoke recently, I think it was last week, to the G7 summit, kind of, again, talking down about crypto, saying that wealthy crypto people don't pay tax, and just being just general government-based opinions. Well, it's interesting that I know DeSantis spoke a week or two ago, and he was pro-crypto, and he has been pro-crypto. Obviously, the mayor of Florida, we all know, has been pro-crypto for a long time. And yeah, now we're seeing articles saying that there's now 7 presidential candidates. Don't get me wrong, probably one of these people will even make it kind of anywhere, but there's people that are candidates are speaking about crypto, which will help them. I feel like that is needed now, and it's showing you that to get elected, well, potentially get elected, you need to be speaking about what's happening, what's current, what's coming in the future, because in 2024, obviously the bull market will be here. So Bitcoin, crypto will be a spoken about subject. It'll be popular. It'll be in the news. So, and it'll be, and if you're a president, you're going to be in power for 4 years, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028. So that takes us almost to the next halving as well. So it's important for presidential candidates to speak about crypto. Whether they really like it or not, can we trust them? Probably not. But the fact that they have to speak about it shows that crypto is still growing. There's still plans for it to grow over the next 4, 5, however many years. And politicians and people in the elections know this, because it might help them get an election point, because they are speaking about the kind of latest crypto, what's coming up and whatnot. Because they know if anybody or any one of those 7, or even Sleepy Joe, gets elected for the 2024 elections, they know for a fact that they're going to have to answer to crypto. So yeah, anyway, I'll cover a little bit of this news article and then we'll move on. I won't spend too much time on this, but so yeah, in late 2024 then, citizens of the US will take to the voting booths to elect their next president, a 4-year term that could have a vast impact on the next crypto bull run. Though polls aren't set to open until November 5th, 2024, dozens of US politicians have already signalled to the intention to consent President Sleepy Joe Biden for the country's top position. The current Biden administration appears to have been taking an increasingly anti-crypto stance. Meanwhile, former President Trump is again bidding for the job, of course he is, setting the stage for a rematch. Others are seeking to carry the Democrat and Republican presidential nominations. Now, I don't know if there's a list here somewhere, but the section aimed to debunk the perceived appeal of crypto assets is argued crypto doesn't deliver on touted benefits and claimed many of them have no fundamental value. So, to be honest, I actually agree with this. We say it a lot, that a lot of them don't have any fundamental value. They're just there to pump and dump and to make the big players money. For example, meme coins. But yeah, I mean, even this tweet that came out from Biden as well, like tax loopholes that help wealthy crypto investors. It's absolutely nuts. Honestly, the stuff that you're seeing that is getting pushed. I mean, this was actually Mr. Trump back in 2019. Did change his tune slightly, but he did say, I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behaviour, including drug trade and other illegal activity. This looks very, doesn't really seem like a Trump tweet, to be honest. And I think we said this back or me and Dec said this to each other back in 2019. Obviously, we didn't have the page up and running until 2020, the page that you're watching. But I do remember discussing this with Dec, and it doesn't seem like a Trump tweet. It seems like a very government tweet, and it's based, maybe someone from the White House had tweeted this out, but whatever. Yeah. Anyway, he did change his tune a little bit in the future when the market picked up and he realised what the potentials were. But anyway, like I said, interesting to see that there is 7 presidential candidates talking about crypto because they know what's happening. The polls open November 2024, which in my opinion will be an extremely important time in crypto for prices. I mean, well before that, I think we'll start seeing prices start to run up in 2023 in the winter time. Summertime's a little bit slow, but that's the kind of the time to be buying. That's kind of the whole point. Again, I'm going to cover that in just a second in a tweet. But when it is boring, when the market is sideways, when it's not really doing so much, that is really when you should be paying attention and when you should be considering buying. Apologies for my cough. In fact, someone commented last week saying, I think I coughed again on stream because I've still got a bit of a sore throat, called it cough in crypto rather than coffee in crypto. So if that was you, thank you. I did have a laugh. That was pretty good. But I do believe at the end of 2023 we will see a bit of an uptick in prices because the winter time is normally quite a good time for crypto, and crypto prices, that is. Not a great time to be buying because prices are up a little bit, but the summertime is perfect. Summertime is when you should really be joining a community, trying to learn more, trying to figure out where you should be putting your money. Unfortunately, what we do see is people doing the opposite, thinking because it's summertime they can just go out and enjoy and spend their money on whatever they spend their money on in the summer, going on holidays and drinking and partying and whatever. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure people will love to do that and I won't stop anyone from doing that, but I do highly suggest that if you want to continue doing that for the future, then you do invest some of your money to make sure that you can make it back and you can profit from that. And that tends to be summertime is when everyone leaves the market or kind of quietens down, prices quieten down. And that's when you should be jumping in. And that's when the whales will buy. That's when all the big players will buy because they know. Again, I'm just speaking from experience. I've done this for nearly 6 years. I've seen it all before. So I'm just giving you my personal experience. Buying in the summertime is more beneficial when it becomes winter time and then into the next bull market, because we see the prices obviously run up when a lot more people are spending time on their phone at home researching because they don't want to go outside. So yeah. Keep that in mind, that this is really the time. If you are, and this is another thing as well, if you are sticking around, I congratulate you and well done. You will be thankful and you will thank yourself for that in 6 months' time. So yeah. Anyway, that's my little kind of piece I wanted to say about the crypto market. Next, moving on, a few tweets I want to show you before we start rounding it up. And if this is going to load, my Wi-Fi has been... There we go. I've just refreshed it as I said that. But hopefully you can see this. But essentially, there we go. It's refreshed again. This guy Tech Dev, which I like some of his stuff on Twitter. There we go. So he's tweeted out here then saying it's not just Bitcoin which suggests an early parabolic move. The altcoin cap and to Bitcoin appears at an inflection point. So look, I love some of these tweets. Don't get me wrong, some of them are just kind of fishing and they are just good to kind of get a bit of hype. But I like to bring these to you anyway, just so you can see what's out there in some of the charts and zoomed out perspectives on charts as well. So you'll see here the total, which is the altcoin to Bitcoin, and again, total to Bitcoin charts. So are we at this key inflection point here and here, which is mimicking these previous kind of movements? Could be a potential. Do I think it is? I'm a bit reserved. I do think, like I said, or literally just said, about the space in summer. It's not always the best. We don't tend to see a lot of crazy price action. Don't get me wrong though, it does feel a little bit different this time. And I feel like that's quite a kind of cringy saying. It's different this time. But the market has been... It's been a bit boring, but you're also seeing still some decent little rises. Like the past week, like I said, we're up 5, 6, 7%, which is great to see in a bear market. Apologies, I really do apologise for these coughs. But it's positive to see in a bear market. And look, don't get me wrong, he has suggests an early parabolic move. The best thing to do is, in my opinion, is the way I treat it is you're happy that the prices aren't doing much. Even if they go down, you're not bothered because you kind of know you're anticipating it. You're set, you're buying more, whatever. But if it does go to the upside and it starts an early parabolic move, as Tech Dev has said here, even better. Like, it doesn't, either way you win, because one, your mindset's set that if it goes down, it's cool, I'm going to buy more, I've been in this long enough, I know what's happening, I know what to expect, I know how to treat this market, I'm fine. But then also, it goes the opposite way, and what, you make loads of money. Like, oh, what a shame. Oh no, I'm going to have to go buy a Lamborghini, that's so annoying. Yeah, no one's ever going to say that, so... yeah, that's my little kind of opinion on it, I guess. I wanted to show you the charts. We could be in for a parabolic move. Are we? Who knows? And like I said, as long as you're prepared mentally for both, then you always win. Life's about winning, and that's what we do. So, moving on then to, again, I've just typed into Twitter the XRP, XRP holders. I think it was a hashtag that showed up. So I clicked it. And the reason I clicked it is because obviously we have seen a massive... the past, 2 weeks, a massive pickup in the XRP case, Ripple case, and a lot more tweets and people saying, oh, it's definitely settled and whatnot. The charts will tell you when it's settled, not someone on Twitter. I can guarantee that. Sorry, I had to take a quick drink there before I coughed on you all again. But yeah, we've said this so many times before, especially to Discord, that you will know when the Ripple lawsuit has ended or has settled, or there's good news or there's bad news, because the chart, i.e. the price, will tell you. So the chances are it's going to happen when we're either asleep, because it's based in America, obviously, so we know that. So the chances are we're going to be asleep, so we're going to wake up to some crazy price action, or it's probably going to happen kind of in the afternoon or late. I guess that means it can happen at any point, now that I'm saying that out loud. But the point I'm trying to make is you'll see tweets, and a lot of these tweets, right, and you'll learn this about Twitter. We don't, again, this is why we're a bit different from your normal crypto influencer or person that you watch on YouTube or Twitter, because we don't try and garner attention by jumping on hype tweets. And look, maybe that's a downfall of us. Maybe we should to grow even more. But the way we work the channel is we just tell you how it is. We're investors at the end of the day. So we're just tweeting out what we would normally tweet out as regular investors. We just happen to have a following as well and a huge Discord community. But you're going to find people, because XRP is quite hyped at the moment, there's a lot of tweets going about, there's a lot of attention on XRP and Ripple. You're going to have people who aren't even fans of XRP tweeting about XRP or saying settlement's done or it's over or whatever it is. You're going to get a lot of that. So please play it safe and don't buy into that. Wait for the market to tell you what has happened with XRP. Don't wait on some random Twitter account. Even if it's a Twitter account that's got XRP in the handle, just don't like always think, oh, they must know exactly what's happened because they've got XRP in their username. A lot of these guys, unfortunately, do tweet for attention and for likes and for retweets and whatever it may be. Which again, like I said, it's a way of growing your channel. I get it. I understand what they're doing. I respect the hustle. It's just never been what we like to do. But yeah, so again, the reason I just clicked this and scrolled through a few was just to see kind of what people were chatting about. Again, this one here saying that do you know what? I actually do. I do like this tweet. I don't tend to follow this person or like particularly what they say because they are quite known for the just being really active and getting people to follow by doing certain tweets and stuff, or they have been anyway in the past. I don't know what they're like anymore. Like I said, I don't follow them, but I do actually quite like what they've tweeted here, saying, until then, I remain cautious of a rollover and a final push down to drive max fear for XRP holders. Now, this is something that even Deck spoke about recently, and it's something that we do believe happens a lot, not just with XRP, it happens a lot with crypto, and we try and explain that crypto's a big mental game, it's a big emotions game, and the big guys in the market will crash the market before a pump, because one, it gets you to sell out of your tokens, which means the prices obviously come down, meaning they can then buy the tokens even cheaper, which will then cause an insane rally. It will cause FOMO for anyone that's sold, and it means that you'll then buy back in. It means you then provide exit liquidity and they can sell and dump on you. So it's not a bad thing to see a mass dump on projects, because it tends to mean, not always, but it tends to mean that there's a pump incoming. And that's what this guy here is saying about XRP. And like I said, I do favour this, because it's not something that we haven't said in the past. We've said it a lot in the past. Expect a big scary dump before you see a run up in price. It happened at the Bitcoin halving as well last time. Like, a scary dump happens and then boom, get to the halving and prices rocket. So yeah, so I actually do agree with that. So pay attention to that. Don't think that if you see XRP crashing to like 30 cents or something that it's over, the settlement's not done or whatever it is. It just could actually be the opposite. It could actually be good news. And that's why crypto is such a mind game, and it's why we're here to try and keep you in tune with the market, because the emotions run high, shall we say. But yeah, just scrolling through to see what else people are thinking about. Like here, XRP sits at 48 cents, and it's crazy to think how many people who refuse to buy it now and are going to buy it over $1. What's even more crazy is that the FOMO won't likely kick in until $2. So yeah, I actually agree with that as well. 48 cents might seem a bit expensive. Like I said, there might be a dump in price, but the chances are it's going to run up even higher. So does it seem like a bad thing? But yeah, the FOMO will kick in. The FOMO will kick in as soon as the settlement's over. The FOMO is going to kick in. So regardless of the price, FOMO will really kick in. What else we've seen here then? So I read various tweets from lots of XRP holders. All I'm saying is it's going to the moon. Boom, it's exploding, etc., etc. I have some myself, but I have two questions that I would like a realistic answer on. How do you know it will happen in weeks? And what's the real expected price? So yeah, look, like I said, there is loads of people chatting about XRP. It's a hot topic right now. Just be careful. This is quite funny actually, how XRP holders walk knowing that they hold. So again, there's so much good stuff coming out for XRP and Ripple, but let's see what happens, Let's see what happens. Anyway, moving on to the last piece, or the penultimate piece of news. This part here, so boring equals the best time to accumulate. And it's something that we've said in the channel and across the community for years. When crypto is boring, that's when you should be buying, not financial advice. But in my opinion, that's when you should be buying, is when the market is boring, because that's when no one else wants to buy, because they think, I'll just wait. I'll wait for the prices to come up a little bit. It's not that exciting. I'd rather go out and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is actually the time to be buying. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion. I'm buying, a lot of our members are buying, and there's good reason behind that. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to cover that. Real Paul was kind of well known, I guess, in this space as well, but this point here is literally just the kind of tweet I wanted to show you. It was literally, if it's boring, that's the best time to accumulate. That's the kind of main part I wanted to discuss. Lastly, what I've found myself doing now, and I might start doing it as a kind of segment on this, is just going to Google and typing in crypto to see what we get. Last week I typed it in and we were getting a lot of things about crypto being related to drugs and laundering money and all this kind of poor negative news. So I searched it. Some of it's not too bad today, I guess, but this one was quite funny. From the Financial Times. It was actually 2 days ago. I won't read it out, but you can read it on your screen. In fact, no, I will read it out in case you can't read it. But it says, crypto's dark role in the US opioid epidemic, plus losses to crypto fraud rises, and an update on Daquan. So, again, a little bit of negative news to scare you thinking that crypto is related to all these drug incidents and it's bad and all that nonsense. Same again. What else we got here? Anything else? FTX, Singapore State Fund, Temasek cuts pay after failed investment. Yeah, there's not that many too bad today, is there? Bali may sanction tourists who use crypto for payments. Yeah, look, not too bad, but yeah, I feel like this might be a new segment that I do on the channel. I just Google crypto to see what negative news the media are pumping out. Anyway, like I said, that was kind of all I had for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. Please do consider subscribing to the channel. I do this every single morning at around 9:30 a.m. UK time, but I also do post it to our YouTube channel for you to watch, listen, whatever it may be on the move. Another option could be put it on your phone, stick in some headphones, go a walk, and just listen to me on your walk. You don't have to always see what I'm showing you on the screen. I do tend to cover it all, I do tend to speak about it all anyway. So yeah, you could treat this almost like a podcast. But yeah, if you did enjoy today's video, consider giving it a like. Drop me a comment to let me know your thoughts on anything that you have seen on today's video and anything that you would like to see in these Coffee and Crypto. That's all for me for today. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I hope you've all had a great day so far. And I will see you tomorrow for another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. See ya.